Welcome back to HB Unfiltered Sports Talk. I am joined today by the Stiff Brownie, and I'm very excited to introduce my youngest son, Carson Williams. We're thinking about Sea Willie or the Little Red Dragon.
Let's just call him the Red Dragon.
The Red Dragon. The Red Dragon.
He's of age.
We're working on names for him, so help us out there for a nickname for him. But happy to have him here, and I'm the dirtbag, his father. And today's show is brought to you by J3 Supply for your hoses and fitting specialist needs. Come down to Huntington Beach, really good guys.
Great guys.
We have great news to share with you today. We can now be found on all of these. You can just Google us, HB Unfiltered Sports Talk, but we are on Apple, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, Buzzsprout, and iHeartRadio. So look us up, follow us on any of those, plus our actual website, which is hbunfilteredsportstalk.com. Wow, this is going to be an exciting show.
It's going to be a great show. You want to know why?
Why?
We made people money last week.
Yeah, we did.
We're going into March Madness.
Yeah, first we're going to recap golf. So C. Willie's probably not going to have too much on the golf thing. He's been busy studying in the library, getting good grades in college right now. He goes to Cortland SUNY. Little shout out to his college there.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right, let's recap the golf. The Players Championship. Scotty Scheffler.
You picked him.
He's hot.
You picked him.
He's hot.
You also picked Tommy Fleetwood.
I did.
Very strong.
I did, and I said stay away from McIlroy.
Yes.
And Rahm, that they would burn. Oh,
Rahm withdrew.
And
McIlroy didn't make the cut.
Really?
Right?
Hey, by the way, Rahm, I got a tummy ache.
Yeah.
No, I shot poorly. I'm not going to make the cut, and I'm number one in the world. I don't miss cuts. I'm going to bow out.
I understand.
If he was -6 at the time, after a day and a half, he's still playing, right?
Yes. He's opposite of Jordan Spieth, who decided to hit it off of a curb into a guy into the middle of the fairway on 18, then flush some sort of hybrid, which I can never hit, and then chip in for eagle and make the cut. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's the first time.
I was like blown away. It is as good a hole, maybe not as good, but the Nike commercial that Tiger Woods did at the Masters where the thing spun all the way back and it was one revolution.
Right.
The scramble that Jordan Spieth put together in order to make the cut, was remarkable.
Yeah. Well, what about the Rai, R-A-I, the guy who had the hole-in-one on 16?
Yep.
He birdied 16, eagled with a hole-in-one on 17, and birdied 18.
Yeah.
That's never happened at Sawgrass.
It's impressive.
So that was pretty amazing. Hey, by the way, real quick, I just thought of a good name for my son. If I'm the dirtbag, he's got to be the little dirtbag.
I like that.
Even though he's bigger now, we're gonna go with little dirtbag.
So you had 4 picks. You said stay away from Rahm, stay away from Rory. Obviously, both of those hit.
Yeah.
You had Scotty Scheffler to win it. You thought Tommy Fleetwood would be in the mix. He was. You also had Sam Burns. How did he finish up? Sam
Burns was actually pretty good after the first 2 days. He was only 4 to 6 shots back, I think. But he kind of crashed and burned.
And then you had one other guy.
He didn't do very well. Matsuyama. I thought it could go back Yama.
Yeah.
Katayama
back
and then Matsuyama, but he didn't fare so well. Normally he plays that course pretty well, but it's golf. I mean, there's only one winner, so
sure.
I'm gonna say that I'm doing pretty good. I know people might have put some money on Matsuyama, but sorry about that.
You're absolutely crushing.
Yeah.
You're absolutely crushing. And here's the other thing that we tell all our listeners. We tell them top 5, top 10, top 20.
That's right. It pays a little bit less, but I'm pretty sure if I give you this golf pick, he will finish in the top 20. Definitely definitely top 20, most likely top 10, and outright winner pays big if you want to try to go for the gusto.
So this weekend the Valspar is going on, right?
Okay.
It's in Florida. It's in Palm Harbor, Florida. So it's not too far from where they were just playing.
Yeah.
Your same usual suspects are the heavy favorites. It's the Spieths, the Thomases, the etc. Those guys. Woodland's up there. What do you think? I mean, is this a letdown situation because the Players is considered the fifth major? Is it a letdown situation, or are you just going to keep hammering the guys that are really good in Florida?
Yeah, I'm gonna the guys that live around that course are the guys that I'm gonna trust to take on this, and I think that not all of the top stars are playing in it though, are they?
Keegan Bradley, Sam Burns, Justin Spieth, Jordan Spieth. I'm sorry, Justin Thomas. And then there's a couple other guys that I've never even heard of, like Harmon and Hadwin. Both of them are plus 2,000, plus 3,000.
Yeah.
But that's considered pretty low for.
Hadwin's coming to my mind on this one. That guy's due. He's been playing pretty well, and it's not a fully star-studded lineup. So I'll have to get back to you on our next telecast before that starts. I gotta do a little research on it before I give you my total picks on those.
Okay, fair enough. It's not a huge tournament, so yeah.
Even though he doesn't know much about golf and doesn't particularly partake in it too much, let's just go with it. Who are you picking, little dirtbag?
I have no clue when it comes to golf. I have no clue. So I'll go with Jordan Spieth because that's the only person I really know.
All right.
I like that pick.
Hey, watch him win it. Watch him win it.
It's plus 1,100. I like that.
I like the inside
I
take.
like those odds.
Yeah, that's it's like when my later in the day we're going to be talking about March Madness. It's like my mom filling out a bracket. She has no idea what she's doing, and then she picks the winner.
Oh, I see that all the time.
It's like, what, I won?
It always works out that way. It's always like the husband who knows all about basketball, his wife who knows nothing, ends up always winning it.
And then I'll go, Mom, how did you know North Carolina was going to win it? And she'd go, well, I really like their colors and uniform. Really? Oh my God.
I just picked my mascot.
Oh God. Yeah, it reminds me of What's Happening back in the day. Oh man, now I'm dropping the ball on his name. Rerun.
Yeah.
And who is the guy with the fro?
Oh God.
He was crushing football, and they asked him eventually, like, dude, how do you keep doing this? And he's like, oh man, I picked them for their helmets. I really like the Buccaneers helmets, so that's what I'm going with. And they were the worst team at the time.
Speaking of helmets, what the heck is going on with the NFL today?
Oh.
There's been so much going on.
Yeah, we're okay. Now we're in a territory where the little dirtbag can come into play.
Yeah.
You start us off with what you were talking about.
Well, I'll have to interrupt that because the Colts just got robbed by the Cowboys. Stephon Gilmore to the Cowboys for a 5th-round pick.
Wow.
Wait, Stephon Gilmore?
Wow, one of the best shutdown
Just 5
corners
minutes ago.
Oh
For
Lord.
a
to the
5th-round
Cowboys.
pick. For a 5th-round pick.
Wow, good Lord, Colts.
They gave up nothing. They gave up nothing for him.
Colts should have done a lot better than that.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Now let's shift to the other, the recent signing by the Jets.
The Jets are killing it.
The
Killing
Jets are killing
They're all
it.
in. They're all in. They've
And-
got a young nucleus of awesome,
Yes.
athletic guys. Their defense is really, really above average.
Dude, they got the rookie of the year in the receiver Wilson.
And they've got
Lazard now just signed because that was on what did you call it?
Aaron Rodgers' wish list.
Aaron Rodgers' wish list. That's what he was doing in his retreat, smoking that weed. He was putting together his wish list.
so they've got Wilson, who was rookie of the year.
Yes, stud.
Lazard, who Aaron already has rapport with.
Yes.
What's the third receiver the
They're
Jets already
looking.
had?
I think they're looking for Cobb to try to get Cobb.
Right,
too.
but doesn't the Jets have another receiver that's halfway decent?
Why don't they just trade all players? Green Bay moves to New York, and New York moves to Green Bay.
And they've got Bryce Hall as a running back. And
I think it's Brees Hall. Brees Hall, yeah, stud. He tore his ACL last year. I mean, the Jets were playing really well until he went down. It kind of cost them their season. Not to mention their quarterback being the worst QBR in all of football.
And they haven't even signed Rodgers yet.
Well, you know that's happening. You know that's happening now. He was asked questions. I saw him interviewed the other day. He's like, it's I really don't want to sit around and talk about this. Oh, you don't, egomaniac. You don't want to talk about yourself and draw this out through OTAs and everything to where you can just show up on game day and play. I'm telling you, the Jets need to get this done and get his ass into OTAs. If I'm paying you $50 million a year, we traded for all your players. You better get in here and start getting a build rapport with the whole team.
Does it, how do I say this correctly? Does it feel like this has already happened with another superstar quarterback from Green Bay that went to New York Jets and then he ends up with the Vikings?
Yeah, that'll be the next move for Rodgers after this.
Why
Brett Favre.
Why is that the path? I don't get it.
And they both got drafted behind, Hall of Fame quarterbacks. So now Jordan Love will soon be a Jet in the next 10 years.
I don't think so.
Okay, well we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Let's go. How about some other signings? I know I keep talking about the Bears. I mean, we talked about their big trade with the Panthers.
That was fantastic.
Dude, look who they're getting now. They just got Tremaine Edmonds,
Yep.
the linebacker from the Bills. That guy is a stud.
Yep.
So now they're adding to their defense. They're adding to their offense. The Bears are killing it.
They're my pick. They're my pick for.
They're your pick for what?
For that division.
Oh, I thought you were going Super
No,
Bowl.
no. I'm not that crazy.
Whoa,
No,
back up.
I mean, I'm
back
crazy,
up.
but I'm not that crazy.
The GM is killing it so far, but we'll see what they do in the draft. What do you think about the Bears?
They got a long way to go still. I don't think they can compete with the Vikings at all.
Wow, really? Okay. Cousins just restructured his deal, so we'll have to see about that.
But he did that in order to retain the center that he's been with for however long.
That is, yeah. But they lost Kendricks. They cut loose Dancing on a Thielen.
God, I like Adam Thielen.
I know he's good. That's going to be
bums me out.
That's going to be another good pickup for a team out there.
Yeah, somebody. How about the Giants landing Waller from the Raiders?
That's another great pickup. What did the Raiders get in return for that? Do you know?
I want to say the Raiders got a third round, or I'm sorry, the Giants gave up a third round pick, which I believe is number 100 overall.
Okay,
in this coming year's draft.
Not too bad, but the newly acquired Garoppolo just lost a huge tight end.
Yeah,
stud.
And he likes his tight end. Like, he always seems to throw to his tight end. He's not any different. He obviously, growing up in the Brady system in New England, he's not any different than Brady. Brady had Gronk. He needs a tight end. I'm very shocked that they sent Waller to the Giants. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it was a cap room situation, but
I think Waller was also, he wanted out. He didn't say it like Eckler. Just sorry, it just struck a chord right there with you.
Jesus.
Charger fan. Eckler wants out. Ouch. You don't even have a good backup. We were just talking about they need like thunder and lightning to go with him, and now he wants out. So it looks like your team that's on the verge to compete with the Chiefs is going to need thunder and lightning.
Commercial break. You're bringing me to tears.
Oh, well, let's go. Then I'll just bypass you and go to the little dirt bag. What do you got over there for any of the free agency signings recent? Any of them make you happy or sad? Or
I think the Raiders are doing a good job. I think having Garoppolo's a lot more steadier than Carr, and then they get Jacoby Myers, good pickup.
And McDaniels was the coach in New England when Myers was under McDaniels,
yeah,
so he knows what to expect and what to get.
That's right. They're being reunited, McDaniels and Garoppolo. What'd you say, Kevin? Isn't it Jimmy? Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Jimmy G.
Kevin and his brother sitting on the couch at home. That's okay. I always say David Carr instead of Derek. So I make mistakes all the time. I need fact checks all over the place.
The point is that Myers going to the Las Vegas is an excellent move because that's the next Wes Welker or Edelman. You know, Jacoby Myers is going to be the slot guy.
Yeah.
And Jimmy G is going to give him the ball.
Yeah.
And then on the outside you have Devontae.
Yeah. Hey, we were just talking about
that's a dirty offense. I love it.
Yeah.
And I hate the Raiders.
Yeah, Garoppolo is good, but he's good 15 yards and in. They were showing highlights of him the other day when he got traded to the Raiders, and I found it funny because he's ranked 32nd in the league for passes completed over 15 yards. I think they showed all 7 of them. So it made it look like this guy just completes passes all day down the field.
Well, Devontae Adams makes me look good.
Well, yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? Like,
just throw it up. He's going to catch it.
He's top 4 receiver every single year because he's amazing. Myers is going to help solidify that area. I'm like I said, I'm sorry, the inner area as a slot guy, but I'm very shocked that they got rid of Waller because I just felt like he was Gronk part 2, and I think. Unless it was a cap room situation, I don't understand why you trade him for a 3rd-round pick. He's an all-pro player.
Yeah, I said,
that's just my personal opinion.
I just feel like he wanted out, and I think they could have possibly gotten a second for him. He's an all-pro. He's still young, but he had the last year or 2 he's been struggling with injuries. So
Yeah.
maybe that plays into it.
No, he's absolutely Mr. Glass, but in the NFL.
AD, oh god.
Dude, the Raiders. I don't even want to.
Nah, we're not switching it to Lakers. We're staying.
They're playing good ball, dude, and I hate the Lakers, but they're playing good ball.
We're staying with the NFL. So, Carson, what's your team again that you root for?
I like Rams, Bills.
So you got to be bummed that Ramsey's gone.
Yeah, that one I don't understand.
The Rams are in a full rebuild.
Yeah.
They're in a full rebuild.
They are. They let go Leonard Floyd. They let go Bobby Wagner. Cooper Kupp's coming off injury. Aaron Donald's thinking about retiring. Now Ramsey's gone. By the way, how about 2 shutdown corners in Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey for Miami? The AFC East is going to be tough.
Very tough. Very, very, very tough. You got the Jets. If Rodgers is happy, that the Jets team's going to be.
He will never be happy, but continue.
But the Jets are outstanding.
They are. It's today I have a friend in the audience. He's a Jets fan, and he's just smiling in the corner of my eye, and I can't stand it. But then again, they've been so bad for so long. Thumbs up.
I'm under the assumption Aaron Rodgers is going to sign with them. That being said, they got a legitimate shot at the AFC, like a legit shot.
They have more than a legit chance because the only thing that team was missing was an actual quarterback,
right.
And now you have one of the most accurate quarterbacks. And now you got Lazard, and you strengthen the receivers. You have excellent running backs. If they can bolster that offensive line, they already picked up Clark, the second best tackler from the Ravens' awesome defense.
Yeah.
This team is going to be
win
legit.
A lot of games. So, are we saying AA Rod for MVP? Because he's got all the weapons. He's got all the weapons.
That's exactly what he wants to hear. Us talking about him. You know,
I love me some AA Rod.
He keeps himself in the news every day when it shouldn't be, and here I am even talking about the guy. This sucks.
I love me some Aaron Rodgers. You know that.
Man.
The guy slings it. Oh, man, he slings it.
Oh, God.
So, what else do we have to talk about with the NFL? There's not really too much other than the Jets are awesome and everybody else sucks, right?
Okay, so there were some signings. I liked Bates. Falcons spending a lot of money.
The Falcons are?
Falcons are spending a lot of money. They got Jesse Bates, the safety from the Bengals. Bengals are losing some players. Jimmy Ward was lost by the Niners, but they did pick up the Eagles' Hargrove.
Okay.
Hey, Eagles, see what happens when you make it to a Super Bowl? you just start losing players left and right. They're losing players. They're about to lose Gardner Johnson too. That cornerback's out there and he's still available.
Do you feel like the general public looks at like a basketball team and they see these dynasties and it's like 3 or 4 years, like Golden State, Bulls, Lakers, San Antonio even, et cetera, and then they get accustomed to like, why are the Eagles not good for 3 or 4 years? It's like in the NFL, there's like such a small window of opportunity. Which is exactly why the Rams pushed all their chips in for they had one they went to the Super Bowl and they got totally just worked by Bill Belichick and his excellent defensive mind.
They shut down Goff. And why did the Rams lose? Because at the time Goff wasn't ready, even with McVay.
Correct.
And what did they do? They corrected it and got Stafford. That's what the Jets are doing.
But they realized they only had 2 seasons where all this talent was together.
Yes.
So the longevity, I think baseball's the longest one because they can put the contracts out 10 years. So like the Houston Astros, the Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, they're going to have sustained excellence, right?
Yes.
I think then it comes to the NBA and they're probably like 3 years tops.
Yeah.
And then you're lucky at the NFL if you have like 1 year where you can push all your chips in and make it happen.
Yeah, Bengals are starting to lose players too.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happens, man. This free agency becomes a frenzy, man, and these guys move and want money, and certain teams just it's like the Cowboys. Getting Gilmore is amazing on a team that had to restructure already contracts just to try to stay under the cap and make room to keep paying other players. You know, when you pay top dollar and you have a salary cap, it makes it so hard to win. That's why the turnover is so fast. So Jets windows obviously 2-3 years here with Rodgers to win.
I think it's less than that. I think it's 1 or 2.
Okay.
And the reason being is because those rookie contracts are going to come up.
Yeah.
And most, like Michael Thomas, perfect example.
Yeah.
Drew Brees made him amazing. They went for the Super Bowl. He got paid. And then all of a sudden, when people start getting paid, you can't have all the assets. Like the reason New England... For example, the reason New England was so great for so long is because Tom Brady was making $20 million a year and allowing everybody else to make money because his endorsements offset that, and his wife was making $70 million a year.
That's what I was going to say. But the wife was making more than him.
Right. I don't disagree. But that's why you'll never see another dynasty like New England, whether you liked him or didn't like him.
Yeah.
You won't see it.
Yeah. I don't think that will happen again the way it's structured.
No, because guys like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers want to be paid $50-60 million. Their salary cap is what? How much is it for the NFL? Is it 90?
I don't even know offhand what the actual. It's got to be more than 90.
Right.
I mean, Rodgers is making $50 million. That means there's only $40 million for the rest of the team.
No
way.
I use that. I exaggerated that because. Unlike baseball, where the Dodgers can go get a TV contract and have a $300 million payroll, Yankees, same thing, Red Sox, same thing.
And then you just pay a tax penalty.
I mean, it's different in the NFL. So you got to structure this the correct way, and I just don't see the longevity of any team.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, like, I'd love for my San Diego Chargers to have Herbert and awesomeness around him for a long time, but the reality is as soon as Herbert's contract is up, he's going to be asking for serious Patrick Mahomes money, which he deserves, but it's going to completely screw up my entire team.
Yeah, but you just said it with Mahomes. The Chiefs are doing what the Patriots and Brady did.
Not with Mahomes.
I know.
He's making $40 million.
No, I know.
Right?
I know Mahomes isn't making that kind of money, and I doubt he restructures because I don't think his wife makes what Giselle
that's why
makes.
they lost Tyreek Hill because there was no money for him.
And everybody thought they would finish last in the AFC, and look what they did.
Well, that's because Patrick Mahomes is amazing.
And then they just signed an offensive lineman, that stud Taylor, from the Jaguars. So I don't know. We'll see. You know, on that note, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back to talk March Madness.
Tons of March Madness. Let's get into the madness.
And the little dirtbag's going to be coming in strong on this one.
I love it.